Bonjour la classe de français. This is the pronunciation video for Unité 2, Leçon B. To begin, we'll add on to what we learned in the first section where we asked Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire, which means what do you like to do. For this section, we're particularly talking about things we can do at home. So we'll ask Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire à la maison? Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire à la maison? And that's simply asking what you like to do at home. To say that you like to do something a lot, you would say j'aime beaucoup. And then if you like to do it a lot but just not as much, you would say j'aime bien. And then if you like to do something just a little bit, you would say j'aime un peu. A lot of people say j'aime un peu, but it's j'aime un peu. So let's practice the three of these together. J'aime bien, j'aime bien, j'aime beaucoup, j'aime beaucoup, j'aime un peu, j'aime un peu. And the next section is a big chunk of verbs that you can use with any of these three expressions, or simply just j'aime or je n'aime pas. We'll also talk about je déteste, which means I hate, and j'adore, which means I love, later on in this section. So let's just talk about these verbs with j'aime to keep it simple. So repeat after me. J'aime écouter de la musique. J'aime écouter de la musique. J'aime regarder la télé. J'aime regarder la télé. J'aime surfer sur Internet. J'aime surfer sur Internet. J'aime étudier. J'aime étudier. J'aime jouer aux jeux vidéo. J'aime jouer aux jeux vidéo. And there are actually a few ways to send text messages. The first two are specifically to send text messages. The verb envoyer means to send, and two words for text messages is des textos and des SMS. So we'll start with j'aime envoyer des textos. J'aime envoyer des textos. J'aime envoyer des SMS. J'aime envoyer des SMS. And then if you want to be quick about saying that you want to text something or you like to text something, you would say j'aime texter. J'aime texter. And that's a little more Americanized. Moving on, j'aime jouer aux jeux vidéo. J'aime jouer aux jeux vidéo. Again. Sorry. You could say j'aime lire. J'aime lire. And that means I like to read. Or you could be more specific and say what you like to read. So you could say j'aime lire un magazine. J'aime lire un magazine. J'aime lire un roman. J'aime lire un roman. Or j'aime lire un livre. J'aime lire un livre. And a livre is just a general book. It could be a chapter book, it could be a book of pictures, a children's book, whatever type of book, any book at all. Finally, we could say j'aime dormir. J'aime dormir, if we like to sleep. And finally, j'aime écrire. J'aime écrire. And that is if you like to write. A couple more words that you'll find useful. Une télévision is a word for a television. It's also abbreviated une télé. And then finally, if you want to talk about your phone, you would say un portable. Un portable. Some people say un téléphone portable. Either way is fine, but usually people just say un portable. So I hope this helped you with your pronunciation. Feel free to watch it as many times as you need to make sure that you're able to say these words. Merci et au revoir.